And then the minutes. I think I would like,
Where are we?
comments were also made by Corinna McCandless of Pure Sky. I think that we're just gonna take that line out
Okay,
about the road, because that whole thing was just,
so take that out?
yep, the whole thing, all the way down.
So the whole rest of that paragraph?
Nope, just that line until the,
Oh.
from comments
And she
to the word
addressed-
permitted.
All right, so just on her. Okay,
Further discussion about, stormwater, upgradient stormwater.
upgradient,
Yeah, further discussion about upgradient stormwater. That upgradient stormwater needs to be included in their calculations.
and their calculations?
Yeah,
Okay,
oh, hold it. Yeah, in their calculations, yeah,
in
yep.
their calculations.
And then, subject of the meeting was a gravel access road leading to the, well, the gravel access road doesn't lead to the solar field. It is a dead end, so
Okay,
it's an access road, for National Grid's utility poles that are servicing the solar field. But the access road is a technicality,
so for National Grid utility poles.
yeah. For utility poles, for ASD solar
Okay. Get rid of
on
leading to
another
solar
side.
fields.
It's just, it's complicated, there's no simple,
Mm.
not telephone poles, utility poles.
Yep. So I'll put this in there.
Do we want to discuss, the commission requested adjustments to the access road? How do we summarize that? We discussed, we needed them to implement, to do something to ensure water, shed from the road before getting either into the wetlands or onto the street. So, we discussed, putting, telephone poles,
Runoff mitigation.
runoff mitigation, thank you,
Before,
Mitigation,
well, yeah.
runoff mitigation.
on the roads? Is that what it is?
Before coming to the
Or what?
road,
Before?
right?
So just say,
Yeah,
we
before it gets
discussed, runoff mitigation for this access road,
For the access road, okay.
and asked the applicant to, I'm sorry, I'm just so tired tonight. Go back to the drawing table. There's another term for that, but adjust their designs, go back to the drawing table.
Yeah, adjust their designs.
Yeah.
That sounds
Yeah,
good.
that sounds,
Okay.
pay any bills?
There was none that day. I've got 5
What?
tonight.
Really?
There's no bills.
Wow, okay.
Cheap month.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
making up for it.
We got 5 this month, none that month.
Why don't we do, payroll and the bills?
Sure, make a motion to pay payroll.
Oh, can you pass those?
Payroll and bills.
Oh, yeah, you'll need them first.
Yeah, thank you. Okay,
Motion for payroll for pay period 2/9/25 through 2/22/25.
yeah,
In the amount of $253.40
okay,
and 2/23/25 through 3/8/25
yeah,
in the amount of $217.20.
okay.
Second?
Oh, we have a third one here. Or is it 2 copies?
Did I put 2 copies in?
Yep, okay,
Did I put 2 copies in?
yep, you did. Second,
Second?
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, Karen Dusty.
Aye, Joyce Ihawker.
Aye, Philip Woodford. Are we
It's
on
good
TV?
form. We're not, I don't think that we're being recorded.
All right.
All right, we will pass those back.
We are being recorded.
We are?
I think we do have to sign these,
Oh,
because I have to
If
turn
that's
in
the
the
case,
signed
we need
ones.
the little spiel, right?
Well, do we do the
Those will
spiel
have to be
for,
signed.
after opening the meeting?
No,
This
we
meeting
didn't
is
do
being
that.
recorded and broadcast via our local cable access channel, WCAT. Zoom, oh, not Zoom tonight, not Facebook, and not YouTube. If anyone in the audience is recording, please let us know. That's for Zoom, isn't it?
Well, yeah, technically. But it's not bad to do it because they are recording and they do put it out on Facebook and they do put it out
Oh, they
on-
do, okay.
On,
YouTube.
YouTube.
YouTube,
Thank you.
okay. All right, Bill, we have two invoices for MACC, one for Karen, one for me.
Did you go?
Mhm.
Both of us did, yeah.
Nice.
All right, can I have a motion to pay both of those?
Make a motion for reimbursement for registration for MACC in the amount of $150 apiece for Joyce Ihawker and Karen Dusty.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye, Philip Woodford.
Aye, Karen Dusty.
Aye, Joyce Ihawker. Oh, thank you. Hello. You're
Hi.
dropping off plans.
I am, yes.
So appreciate that. It's so much easier to read.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
you
I
know, the
figured-
paper plans.
Yeah, and I figured, there's been so much back and forth. This way it'll help you guys kinda, and myself, keep track of what we've covered and what we
Thank you.
haven't covered.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I'll be sending, I
Thank
did
you so
finally
much.
receive the report. I've been on the road all day today, so,
That's okay.
I will send that to you guys
Okay, yeah, that'd be great.
in a little bit, once I get out of the meeting.
Yeah, okay, great.
Yeah.
And, do you think next Tuesday works for the commission?
We have an actual, we're just gonna do the bills right now, and then we'll open and continue the hearing, and we'll do next Tuesday,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and 7 PM?
7 PM. Does that
Okay.
work for you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I'm gonna be out of town, but, Nick will be here in person.
Okay, and we'll send a Zoom link out,
That'd be great.
so you can,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Eric will be able to join us virtually as well.
okay.
And speaking of bills, I have I don't think that we have, paid you guys yet for the legal ad that you
Oh,
put in the paper.
Did
Oh,
you-
That's okay.
All right, yeah, should I call you with it or fax it to you?
Well, I have cash. I felt bad that it's been, so long that we
Oh, but-
paid you guys. Are you able
Check.
to
Yeah,
pay, is it a check?
it's a check, yeah.
Okay. And
but
were
even if
there-
you could bring that next week, maybe, right?
Well,
Oh,
she's not gonna be here.
She's not gonna be
Just
here.
throw it in the mail, that's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I'll
and is
send it to you tomorrow.
Town of
okay?
Warren.
Okay, yeah. And were there two, or was it just one?
It's just one.
For about 60 something?
Yeah. I have it here, though.
Full house tonight, huh?
Yeah, well,
Let's see.
we had to
Quick.
beat them off at the door. It's a busy night.
Yeah. All the other towns that we're working
This
with.
is the right
were
one.
doing like
This is the right
carnivals,
one. Just got it.
That's tomorrow night.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
That's tomorrow night
Yeah.
at the selectmen's
Selectman
meeting.
does that, yeah.
Oh, yeah, so.
Can I
so
just,
they have
can
them.
I get in touch with you tomorrow? Because it's not.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm pretty sure that we still have,
Here it is. Right here. Can I make her a quick copy?
Oh, yeah, absolutely,
I'll do that.
absolutely. I'll take a look
It's
at
something with
this.
the keys. Huh? I just
It's not
have my
locked.
keys.
It's not locked, just make it in the main.
It's not locked?
No, make it in the main.
so we'll plan to see you guys again on Tuesday. And if you do have any, like questions or comments about the peer review letter.
Yes.
And so then, feel free to give a call, to either Nick or I, or email like you have been.
Yeah, yeah, I definitely will. I already have a couple of questions from, looking at what Nick submitted, but I wanted to wait until I saw and was able to read Terry's responses to see what he was saying, but
Okay,
because he may have addressed it differently.
right.
Right, so
yeah.
I just wanted to make sure we had everything in one place, and then we can just sort through all of that. But I'm sure I'll be sending an email. I usually have questions.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, hey, we welcome them. We want to make sure that this gets done right this time. And then the only other thing that I can report to you guys is that, we're still working with Grid on, just making sure that everything is to their specs and their standards, because you'll see in the binders or the little booklets, the last item that Nick included is a letter, an email from our project manager at Grid, just outlining that the road grade was the only condition that they were able to grant us any relief on. Everything else is, had to be designed by the standards. that we
By the
have with
standards,
us.
okay, I mean, that was definitely, I know we're not supposed to be talking about it, I'm just gonna say, I would go back and look at the plans that Nick submitted to us, because the materials are different than the National Grid specs.
Okay, yeah, they should be matching.
They're not, they're very different
Okay.
from the specs that you sent me. Oh, you sent me twice, I think, two different, you sent me,
Same.
the specs.
Yeah,
Yeah, so the materials are different, so maybe it was just an older copy that he attached to the bottom of the document of the plan, but that was one of the things I quickly looked at was, because that was something that I had put in an email question.
making sure that they're.
Yeah, so they're different, they weren't matching up to begin with, so just something to look at
Yeah,
between now and then. And I'll go and double check this and look at the plans on that and see if there's a difference.
okay,
Okay,
all right, great.
great.
We'll see you.
All right,
Well, we'll
thank
see
you.
you on Zoom on Tuesday.
Is that the rest of your stuff there?
It's just an empty bag, I
Oh,
think.
yes.
No, there's something under it.
Oh,
Yeah, this is, yes, this is mine.
Okay.
Thank you guys, have a
Yeah.
good weekend.
Oh, can I have a motion to pay Terry Reynolds Engineering?
Motion to pay Terry T. Reynolds Engineering for the peer review bill in the amount of $2,990.
second?
All in favor?
I, Philip Woodford.
Aye, Karen Dusty.
I, Joyce Ihacker. My chicken scratch is getting worse.
It's not as bad as your husband's.
What did? Can I see that again? We paid Terry. Oh, I see. We paid him a deposit,
Mm-hmm.
and then the current balance is. Ooh. We might have to ask for more money. This is, okay. Valentini Land Care, can I have a motion, please?
Make a motion to pay Valentini Land Care in the amount of $390.
Second.
All in favor?
I, Philip Woodford.
Aye, Karen Dusty.
I, Joyce Ihacker. Oh, and can I have a motion to pay Amazon?
Is that for Amazon or is that for petty cash?
Well, it's Amazon for a lockbox for petty cash.
Okay, so it's a,
It's the box.
alright. Make a motion to pay Amazon for $16.80.
Second.
All in favor?
I, Philip Woodford.
Aye, Karen Dusty.
I, Joyce Ihacker.
It's a very cute lockbox.
How does this work with Amazon? Do we, so we can order it and pay them after, or do we?
Yes,
Really?
yes. But you have to go through Mr. Ferrara. He's the only one that has access to this account. So you send him an email of what you want to buy. He buys it, it gets it, he gives you the bill.
Oh, interesting. Okay. I didn't know that that was even a thing that one could do with Amazon.
It's a business account.
Do you have the other two with the reimbursement?
I have,
I just wanna make sure I have this one to submit tomorrow.
all right, we did the lockbox, we did T. Reynolds, we did Valentini,
And the two from
and
Mass.
those two.
Yep,
Okay.
that's it.
We did payroll. Okay, we're going backwards. I'm going to open the public hearing for 0 Cronin Road and 452 Cronin Road. The applicant, because the applicant sent us their response to a peer review on Thursday, our peer reviewer hadn't had time to complete the review until today. So we are going to continue the public hearing to Tuesday, March 18th at 7 p.m. That was the request. Could I please have a motion to do so?
Make a motion to continue the hearing for 0 and 452 Cronin Road to 3/18 at 7 p.m., Tuesday the 18th at 7 p.m.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
I, Philip Woodford.
Aye, Karen Dusty.
I, Joyce Ihacker. Corinne, did we receive hard copy plans for the project we're gonna see next month?
Yes, one big one and then little ones. There was only one big one and then the little ones are attached to this. Do you want me to go get the big one? Cause these all have the little ones.
Well, let's just see. The problem is that I could barely,
I could run and get the big one.
well, let me just see. It's the data, but I wanna be able to look at a plan.
There was only one big one.
Well, let me see, these medium ones may work.
It's not bad.
Problem. Take out my. Oh my gosh. There was only one large one.
Oh, I didn't get it if you want it.
No, what I would like is, I personally want a large plan. I have a hard time looking at this.
Especially this page.
Well, and then this one too, there's a lot of data on here with the stream crossing, and they're doing, there's a lot of information on here. This is, I can't read this. And I know it's kind of a waste of paper, but unfortunately.
Do you want the one original?
I would
request
like a
more?
large one. Karen, would you like a large one? We can ask them to submit. Philip, do you want one or do you care?
Doesn't matter to me.
Okay. Ask them to, submit 2 additional large plans.
Did you want the one that's in the office for you?
I'm happy to take it home.
Mhm.
When's our meeting? I could, you know what, do you wanna look at it first? And then I could just get it hopefully next week at our, cause I'm gonna see you
Yeah.
next week.
I'll look at it on Friday, and then
Yeah,
Joyce can take it, so we don't need to
All right, I'll
order
give you
another
more
one.
then. I'll put right here, give Karen.
okay. Is that it? We did the minutes?
Mhm.
Did we do a motion to accept the minutes with
No, we
changes?
Make a motion to accept minutes with changes.
Second,
All in favor?
Aye, Philip Woodward.
I, Karen Dusty.
Aye, Joyce Ihawker. Is there any forest cutting plans?
Just, nope, the only thing is this law office thing that you had given me.
Really? Huh. What is that?
That one that you said you already knew about.
I know about this.
Yeah, these need to be signed though.
Oh, yeah, this is
This is
like
just
first
informational.
right of refusal. Okay, I'm good. I'm good for that. Thanks, Philip. Okay, this, I think goes to, I'm gonna give this to you. She doesn't need that, I don't believe, for the, we just have the 2
Okay.
invoices that are signed. Anything that we wanna discuss? Fantastic, let's go home.
So our next meeting is the 13th. Well, next meeting besides
Nope.
next Tuesday, the
Tuesday.
18th,
Tuesday, and then our next monthly meeting.
would be the 14th,
Exactly.
Wednesday the 14th. No, April, sorry, I jumped ahead. today.
April 9th.
April 9th.
Yep.
Okay, so our next special meeting is gonna be on the 18th,
Mhm.
next week. Okay.
Do you want me to note it as a special meeting?
No, I'm just calling it that because it's not our
Mhm.
usual monthly thing.
And I will talk to Jessica and just let her know we need to Zoom, we need to have people that are Zooming.
And I need to
in.
post this tomorrow
I know,
with just that one thing on it.
Just that one thing
Yeah,
on it,
just the
unless
one thing on it.
something comes before you of urgency tomorrow. But I don't think that we have anything.
and I looked at their agenda, all they have is Village Market on it.
Oh, yeah, okay. Besides Corinne, she can tell her husband that we really need it.
Tell them to talk to me.
So,
No, I'm just home.
the MACC, conference, Karen took the foundations, and she's almost done with all of her courses already.
I was supposed to take 104 on yesterday, but I had a church obligation and I couldn't do it. So next time they offer it, I'm missing 101 and 104.
Super impressive, like really impressive.
So then, but then I have to take 3 of the 200, right? There's 8 total that you have to take.
Right, yeah,
So I have to take 3 of the 200,
okay,
so.
yeah.
But I thought, let's get the 100th first.
Sure, we'll get them out of the way, and they get more interesting as they go
Yeah.
along,
Definitely.
for sure, for sure. So I did, I took a lot of pictures, there's some things that I definitely have questions on, but I did take, a workshop on the new, utility siting board. So that would be, wind power, battery, and solar. And so it's, the state is taking that role over if a project is over. I don't know all of the rules and details, but if the project's over 25 megawatts, it goes to the state. And,
Now, that's interesting.
so the town, even if it's sited in your town, and you have an opportunity, you know, so our board, all the permitting boards, I believe, have an opportunity to offer suggestions and input, but they don't have to take any of them. They're trying to get these large-scale projects permitted within, I think, 13 months for everything, and they are creating a joint, they're creating a joint permit. So when a permit comes to town, it's gonna be one permit for the applicant, and then the town would look at it. So even if it is 25 megawatts or under, we usually get, the highest we usually get is 5 megawatts. And they break it up because the way the SMART program works is that they get incentives. So anyway, when the town receives an application, it will be this joint application that the state will create. And the clock starts ticking when all the information is in, supposedly. I mean, it's supposed to work that way with the planning board always, but there's things that aren't easy to catch that aren't there, right? So until we had a peer review, we didn't know that there were stormwater data was missing, because it's hard for us to look at the data and sort through that. That's definitely a specialist job. So anyway, it's, they still have opportunities for feedback. You know, they're having a couple of sessions, feedback sessions. I forgot when they were, but this is happening, and it's gonna really change. And then, if it's a big project, we would have to probably travel or submit written feedback as to the reasons why we wouldn't want something to happen. So let's say they were cutting through a wetland to access the solar field. We could say there's, you know, alternate routes, or this is a very special wetland because X, Y, and Z, or whatever feedback. But one of the things I noticed in the legislation when it was being written is that they were offering opportunities for the applicant to pay the state for destroying a wetland as opposed to replicating it. Do you think, and if it would be in our town, I'm not entirely sure that we would get the money,
Yeah, see, that's
Probably
just
not.
it, probably not.
right? I was like,
So they're gonna destroy
I'm
our
not really sure if
wetland.
that remained, there's some changes that are still taking place, but that was one of the things I was like, are you kidding me? So mad. It's gonna be interesting. The battery projects, will be moving ahead, and that's something that we'll have to see how it goes.
Do we have any sites big enough for 25 megawatts? That's a huge field.
Well,
Yes.
Yeah,
Well, and you know, cause honestly, a 5 megawatt project, if it weren't complicated, like Warren's wet and hilly, so it makes things more complicated, but it's supposed to be around 8 acres per megawatt. Somewhere between, you know, sometimes they said 5, but around here it's generally around 8 acres per megawatt, so 8 times 20 is
There's
100.
places they can make it happen.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, there's definitely some people who have large parcels. It would be a complicated project because of all the wetlands. It's not something easy, you know what I mean? Because
Mhm.
it's so wet and
Right.
the connections and, yeah,
Sorry, that gets color.
it's okay, you can go. We're done, I mean, that was really the most interesting and pressing. I had a lot of comments, as you can imagine.
Do we adjourn? Motion to adjourn?
We need a motion.
Make a motion to adjourn.
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
I just
Aye.
need signatures.
Aye, Karen Dusty.
Aye, Joyce Hacker.